Consider this question. If you invest $4,000 in a savings account that has an APR of 5% and compounds quarterly, 4 times per year, what will the balance be after 8 years? How much interest will have been earned? Let's use Excel to calculate these answers. Open the compound interest spreadsheet posted on your Blackboard site. When asked, you may want to choose to save the file and then open. Choose Enable Editing. Fill in the first row of the spreadsheet to reflect the information in the problem. The opening balance is $4,000. The period interest rate is 5% divided over 4 compounding periods. Type equals to make Excel work as a calculator, then 0.05 divided by 4. Then press Enter to get the period interest rate. To get interest earned for the period, we need to multiply the opening balance times the period interest rate. We want to use cell references rather than specific amounts, so that if we change the amounts later, the spreadsheet will still work. In cell E2, type equals to make Excel work as a calculator. Click on cell C2, the opening balance of 4,000. C2 should appear in cell E2 where you are typing. Then type the multiplication sign, which is the asterisk in Excel, and then click the period interest rate. You should see D2 appear in cell E2 where you are typing. Then press Enter to see the interest earned for the period. To get the ending balance, we need to add the opening balance to the interest earned. In the ending balance cell F2, type equals, then click on the opening balance, 4,000. You should see cell C2 in cell F2 where you were typing. Then type plus. Then click on the interest earned, cell E2. You should see the letter and the number E2 show up in cell F2 where you were typing. Then type Enter to get the ending balance of $4,050. To get the new opening balance, we need to copy the ending balance from the previous period forward. To do this, left-click cell C3 to select the cell, type equals, then go click the previous ending balance in cell F2. You should see F2 appear in cell C3 where you were typing, and then press Enter to finish copying the result. You should see $4,050 appear on screen. The period interest rate will not change, so there's no need to recalculate it. It's exactly the same as it was in cell D2, and it won't change in any future rows, so we just need to copy it. To copy cell D2, left-click with the mouse one time, then right-click with the mouse and choose Copy from the drop-down menu. Then left-click cell D3 with your mouse, then right-click and choose the plain clipboard to paste, and you should see the period interest rate from D2 duplicated in cell D3. To fill in the interest earned this period and ending balance of the new row, we need to use the exact same processes as those used in cells E2 and F2, although the specific result will be different. Since cells E2 and F2 were completed entirely using cell references rather than specific dollar amounts, we can just copy and paste the formulas. To copy cells E2 and F2, click and drag to select cells E2 and F2. Right-click the mouse and choose Copy. The cell should animate to show it has been selected. Then left-click and drag on cells E3 and F3 to select. Right-click with the mouse and choose the plain clipboard to paste. If what you did just worked, the new interest earned and new ending balance should be properly calculated. The third row of the chart and all subsequent rows can be completed by repeating everything you did in the second row. The very fact that we can say that means that we can copy all of the processes from the second row and paste them into the third row and the rest of the table as follows. Plan ahead. Remember that you need to compute the balance and total interest on an account that earns interest compounded quarterly, 4 times per year, for 8 years. How many compounding periods will you need? 4 times 8 is 32, so you need 32 compounding periods. What row of the spreadsheet shows the last compounding period needed? The 30-second compounding period is actually located in row 33. The quick way to copy and paste the second row of the spreadsheet is to click and drag from cell C3 to cell F3. Even though it's the second compounding period, it is the third row. Once you have selected those cells, hover over the last cell selected until you see a black plus sign appear. Then left-click with your mouse and drag all the way down to row 33, which is the 30-second compounding period, and then release the mouse. If what you did just worked, the entire table should populate with correct values. The very last cell in row 33 will show the balance of the account with lots of decimal places displayed. Although we know that the values in columns C, E, and F are dollars, Excel doesn't. To make Excel display values in dollar and cents form, do the following. Hold down the Control key, then press on the column headers C, E, and F, and then release the Control key. Then go to the ribbon at the top of the screen. The Home tab should already be selected, but click it if it is not. In the number section, click the $sign. Columns C, E, and F should now appear in dollar format. At this point, you have answered one of the beginning questions. If you invest $4,000 in a savings account that has an APR of 5% and compounds quarterly, what will the balance be after 8 years? The last cell shows the value, $5,952.52. We still need to answer the final question. How much interest will have been earned? To calculate the interest earned, you could manually subtract the final ending balance from the beginning balance. You can also do it on Excel by totaling the interest earned column as follows. Left-click and hold in cell E2 to select the first amount of interest earned. Then drag all the way down to cell E33, which is the last compounding period, and release the mouse. You will see the quick analysis menu appear on the bottom of the selected cells. Click that, and then choose totals from the menus that are available, and then click Sum. If what you did just worked, you should see the sum of the interest earned column appear in bold text just below the cells you had selected. So how much interest was earned altogether? $1,952.52. This completes the question that we were asked and the Excel portion of this packet.